Hi, it's Patrick. Welcome to my YouTube video. It's Patrick Hannafin, like a hand and a fin. And thank you for joining me. If you enjoy my videos, please leave me a like, please subscribe. I talk about the economy, investing, money, how to get along in these upcoming hard times, little tips that will help you. I'd like to start off by saying, if you go to the bottom, right underneath my picture there, you'll see a list of all kinds of ways that if you're low income, the government can help you. Everything from mortgage, not even forbearance, the mortgage help. They'll pay your mortgage for if you're behind, a couple months or more, and get you caught up. They have the rent relief. That's been going on almost 2 years now. I mean, it's amazing. And then they have utility help. It's just amazing with LIHEAP, LIHEAP. They will give you some money towards your utility bills, and quite a bit of money. And there's just a lot of programs there. Even the one where you get the free internet services there. And I should show you the park here where I'm at here. This is just beautiful. It's Central Park, kind of the back end, or northern Huntington Beach, if you call it northern. It's questionable which way that is, but and then this part borders on a little lake, cute little homes around it, a whole bunch of ducks up here, beautiful trees, just a great day. Look at the moon's out there. See that? It's in the 80s today, low 80s here in California. People are shoveling snow in the rest of the country. We have like this 80-degree weather with actually clear skies. We don't get those too often here. No geoengineering in our skies today. And you walk up these ducks and try not to scare all 50 ducks here. I want to talk today about moving out of California, believe it or not, because there's a lot of reasons why a lot of people are leaving, and I don't blame them at all. And it's sad because it's such a pretty state, and the best thing about California is the weather, but it's overcrowded and there's so much taxes for people, and there's just a lot of stuff that people are putting up with. Let me just get to these ducks here first though. Look at them all. Wow. I want to start off with a Bob Dylan story. Well, actually a couple. I was heard on this one. I heard on the news, and Bob Dylan was doing whoa! What made them jump suddenly? Bob Dylan was doing a concert in Florida, and he had nothing to do, and he wants to sit in the hotel all day. I know that feeling from when I used to do stand-up comedy. So he's wandering around, just looking at the neighborhood and everything, and by himself. He sees a house that's for sale, and he looks at it. It's just an ordinary house. It looks kind of neat, and he wanders around to the backyard, opens the gate and goes into the backyard to just sort of check it out. And nobody's at the house. It's just for sale. And a policeman drives by. They see Bob Dylan with his long hair and everything, probably an overcoat, going into the backyard. And they come up to him and they said, "You live here?" And he said, "No, I just kind of exploring." And anyway, there was a woman officer, and she wrote down his name and got his information. She goes, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Bob Dylan." He goes, "Okay, and where are you from?" And, "Oh, originally from California." And, "Oh, yeah, and you're wandering around here, and you have any really right to be in their backyard?" "No." And he's just as polite as he could be. He just answers all her questions. She puts him in the car and takes him to the police department. And she goes, "Yeah, this guy here said his name is Bob Dylan, and he's a guitarist, and he's looking at this house." And they're looking at her like, "You just arrested Bob Dylan for looking at a house? Oh man, where have you been?" It's just funny. But I can see that how much fun it is to explore new areas and look at areas. And I don't care who you are, you're multi-millionaire or whatever. It's just still fun wandering around and seeing how other people live, and what their lifestyles are like, and what it'd be like to live in a neighborhood like that. And then the other story is, one time I moved from California. I can't believe I did this. I moved to Oklahoma, And I was just so sick and fed up with California and all the rich people that I felt had taken advantage of me in real estate deals and all that. And isn't that cool? And so I moved out. I'd been there, done comedy shows, I liked it. I just go, I'm gonna move out there, buy a house, get settled, start my life over again. And that's kind of what this video is about today, because a lot of people I know are thinking of getting out of California or have, and just what it entails. And it entails more than you think. But anyway, I moved out there, and I was extremely happy. And you know what's funny? Oklahoma City, acreage-wise, is a large area, but it isn't that crowded at the same time. And I remember one time Bob Dylan came in to do a concert, and how did that happen? Oh, the tickets went on sale one morning at like 8:30 in the morning, and I got there to buy them. Like, I got there a little late, like about 8:45, and there was a guy and his girlfriend in line ahead of me, and they had slept the whole night at the convention center to get a really good seat at the concert. And I get there 15 minutes late or whatever from the time the tickets even go on sale. And I got my tickets right behind them. And then when we went to the Dylan concert, I'm like, they slept outside all night in sleeping bags, a little tent, and everything. I was sitting right next to them. It's just funny. That's how it is when you get towns that are away from LA, you know. And I remember my friend, Harold Murphy, good friend, owns a guitar store in Oklahoma. He bought a whole bunch of tickets to the Rolling Stones, you know, and he was going to give them away to his friends, and not everybody even wanted to go. And he actually had extra tickets, and he's selling them at the Rolling Stone concert for less money than he paid for the tickets. It's just, I don't know, it's fun in your town, a little town. It feels like a little town to me out there, you know, because you go places and all your friends go, and it's just so neat. But at the same time, it isn't like, everything isn't $10 million, you know. And he couldn't even sell his Rolling Stone tickets for what he paid for them. Oh, this cracked me up. But, you know, I talked a couple times about, you know, staying or leaving California and what it means to me being here. And, you know, I got a lot of comments on that. I thought I'd approach that subject again today. Especially on a day that's so nice, you go, why would I move out of here and go somewhere I'd be shoveling snow? But I know when you get to little towns like that, and I used to travel around. I used to do stand-up comedy. I'd get booked all over. I mean, I've been to Alaska, like Anchorage 3 times, Fairbanks. I've done the ships up there. I've done the ships to the Bahamas, down to Mazatlan, Cabo San Lucas. I've done played in almost every state. I was very lucky and got a lot of bookings, but you know, it's always fun to explore new areas and kind of picture how it is to live there. But, you know, you have your main area that you're from, and you know all your friends, and you know the cleaners, and you know, oh, Grace Cleaning, yeah, you know, I know Grace and her husband, and then, you know, my barber, Kevin. You feel good. You just know everybody around. You move to a new area. People are friendly, especially when you get out of California. People are really friendly, but at the same time, you still got to make new friends. Start over. It feels kind of empty when you first get there, and I don't know if you really want to go through all that. And then you got to rent a place and hook up utilities and deposits and learn the nicer areas. And even if you've been there a year, it's hard to buy a house again because you don't really know, is that the part I want to live in? I want to live in Oklahoma City, or I want to move in that new area called Edmond, or whatever, you know. So it's rough. And I would suggest, before you ever, these ducks, and just feeling right at home on the neighborhood, just walking across the street here. When I lived in Oklahoma, I was really sad when I had to move back to California. Believe it or not, I really liked it there. And it's not just because everything's cheap and it was all new. They'd had an oil boom and really built it up. But the people were so nice, and you make friends real easy. And I just remember when I was in Ohio. Here's the story for you. I was this duck he's just walking across these people's lawn here. I gotta show you this. Feeling right at home here. When I flew in for a show into Ohio, And I went over to rent a car, and the girl has this big oatmeal cookie. And she goes, oh, here, you want a half? You know, it's a big expensive cookie all wrapped. She goes, here. You know, it's just, people are just so friendly, you know. You would never get that in LA. You know, no one would do something like that for you. You know, you're in Oklahoma and you get lost. You know, people, they'll show you how to get there. They'll say, well, I'll drop down there and follow me. You know, they pull out a map with a felt pen, and people let you pull out right into traffic. It's just, it's great. You know, I mean, it's just really nice, all that. You know, and everywhere you go in a smaller town, you see the same people and all. But, you know, there's also a lot of good things about living in the LA area or California. You know, almost anything you want, you can find. You know, you want guitars, there's guitar stores all over the place, you know. And you get used to the hustle and bustle, and you've got the beach and the ocean and the mountains. So I don't know whether it's good to move out of here or not. I really don't know. But I know, you know, I've got like a nice fixed rate loan on my house. You know, whether it keeps going up in value, I don't know, but it has been. And it's just like, I just feel sort of safe. Like I got a security blanket with all my friends around me, people I can trust and not worry about. And I'm comfortable, you know. And it's hard starting over again. It really is. It's rough. And I don't know if you want to do that, you know. So you got to weigh that out a lot, you know. And you know, some things aren't going to be quite like you expect when you get to another area, you know. And you don't have a lot of fallback. You know, people that you know you can just turn that can kind of help you when you get in there. And so be really careful about making that decision, because it's a big decision. And I'll tell you something else if you leave California too. I'll leave you with this, but when you come back, it's really expensive moving back from California. When you move to Oklahoma, realtors love you, you know, anywhere like Midwest or anything like that, and almost anywhere in the country, because you're used to paying such high prices for a house. And when you get to an area like Oklahoma, you feel like a billionaire, you know. It just seems so cheap. You just can't believe it. You know, you get same price as a 2-bedroom bungalow in California. Oh, you get a lake here, you know. It's just crazy, you know. 4-bedroom fireplaces, master bedroom. I mean, the house I had in Oklahoma was so incredible, you know, for not that much money. I remember when I came back, had a hard time. It took me a couple of weeks to even rent a place. And you know, I was living like a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, brand new home, all professionally decorated. And, you know, I have a double jacuzzi in my master bedroom with a 14-foot ceiling, and a fireplace in my bedroom and my bathroom, another one in my family room. I mean, just the top of the line house on a cul-de-sac, you know. And then I came to California after a couple weeks of looking. And let me tell you, it was not easy finding a place to rent, especially when you had a dog. But I finally found this little 1-bedroom apartment. It was nice, but you know, it's like 30-year-old building, you know, and unit. That was nice about it. They took my dog, but it was the same rent as my house payment was in California. You know, and they're going, isn't this nice? And you're going, yeah, this is great. You know, but my mom had gotten ill and I had to come back and help her, and that was worth more than anything to me. So I put up with all, but I was really sad moving back here. I'll tell you one other story too, as long as I'm giving stories out today. My friend came out to help me move back, and he goes, why'd you move to Oklahoma? And I go, I like Oklahoma. I hate leaving, you know, it's cold. And I go, I like it like that. It gets warm in the summer. And he's just going, why'd you move here? And anyway, we stopped on the way out to eat at the Waffle House. And back then it was $2.99. This is quite a while ago, but $2.99, it was all you can eat, anything on the menu. And we stopped there to eat, and my friend's talking to the waitress, and he goes, so if I order a waffle, that's $2.99, right? She goes, yeah, yes, sir, you know. And he goes, now if I got eggs with that, that'd be $2.99. She goes, yes. And he goes, the waffle is $2.99, and the eggs are included at $2.99. She goes, yeah, the eggs would be included too. He goes, $2.99 for everything. She goes, yeah. And she goes, well, what about if then I wanted a hamburger after that? And she goes, so that would be $2.99. And he goes, the hamburger would be $2.99 separately or together with the waffle and the eggs? No, it's $2.99 for everything. He goes, I could have anything on the menu and it's all $2.99. She goes, yeah, everything. It's one price. he couldn't believe it. And I didn't think I'd ever get him out of there. I thought we were there for hours. And he's just, he goes, this is pretty cool. I go, yeah, I know. There's some things about this place, like cafeterias, and there's just things that you won't even believe the deal you get. You'll go in and have lunch at the cafeteria, next thing you know, you have like 16 dishes on the table, you know. So there's things about every area, you know. Just think it out if you want to move or not. You want to go all that trouble and pack your stuff and move things, make new friends, and just begin over again. I don't know. To me, I don't think it's worth it. And I mean, you're never going to beat the weather in California. So anyway, think about it. And let's just give you a few of my views and opinions of what I've seen. And I could change my mind again tomorrow and be out of here again. But right now, I'm just pretty happy here, looking at the sun and these parks and the people. And you know, you just take your dog here and play and have fun and look at this blue sky. And don't leave me here in California. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and have a blessed week, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.